At 72, Pierce Brosnan finally shares the truth about Robin Williams. Pierce Brosnan was born Pierce Brendan Brosnan on May 16, 1953, in the small Irish town of Navan, County Meath. His early childhood was full of changes and feeling alone. His father left when Pierce was just a baby, and his mother moved to London to train as a nurse, hoping to give her son a better life. Young Pierce was raised mostly by relatives and later by a family at a boarding house, situations that made him learn to depend on himself and be strong at a very young age. These early experiences built a quiet, strong will inside him, a will that finally took him much farther than anyone in his small Irish town could have dreamed. When Pierce met up again with his mother in London at age 11, a whole new world opened up for him. It was there that he found art, movies, and finally the skill of acting. Shy but full of imagination, he grew a love for performing after seeing a fire eater at a circus, a moment he would later say woke up something magical in him. This love pulled him into the world of theater, and he finally trained at Drama Centre London, where he quickly stood out with a strong mix of natural charm, deep feelings, and classic skills. Brosnan first got big attention in the early 1980s with the TV show Remington Steele, where he played a charming conman who became a detective. The role showed his easy charm, good looks, and funny timing, making him a star around the world long before he put on the James Bond suit. For many fans, Brosnan's Remington Steele became the model for the modern gentleman hero. Witty, classy, and super charming. But it was in 1995 that Pierce Brosnan became a huge global star when he became the fifth actor to play James Bond, starting in GoldenEye. His version of Seven was full of class and smooth confidence, but with a deeper feeling side that connected with a new group of fans. Brosnan's Bond was polished and dangerous, but also human, able to show weakness under the perfect outside. He went on to star in Tomorrow Never Dies in 1997, The World Is Not Enough in 1999, and Die Another Day in 2002. Each movie made his place as one of the series' most loved and important lads even stronger. His time as Bond brought new energy to the series, sharing it with fans who would see him as their favorite version of Ian Fleming's famous spy. Outside of Bond, Brosnan's movie career grew with amazing variety. He showed he wasn't afraid to try different types, giving strong, quiet, dramatic acts in movies like The Ghost Writer and The Matador, taking romantic parts in the Thomas Crown Affair, and even surprising fans with his singing in the popular movie Mamma Mia. His wide skills showed an actor who didn't want to be stuck in one type or look. An actor who took every role with hard work, detail, and a wish to get better. In 2021, Pierce Brosnan again showed his lasting range and star appeal when he both helped produce and starred in the exciting heist movie The Misfits, a big adventure directed by action expert Rennie Harlin from a script by Robert Henney and Kurt Wimmer. Though the movie got mixed reviews from critics in the end, Brosnan's charming performance, like always, was one of its best parts. That same year, he showed a totally different side of his skills in A24's scary horror movie False Positive, acting with Alana Glazer, who also helped write and produce it. The creepy thriller got notice for its strong ideas and tense feel, and Brosnan's cool, controlled performance helped it do okay and get people talking. Brosnan's career kept going strong as he took on one of the most eye-catching and fan-exciting roles of his later years, the mysterious and powerful Dr. Fate, Kent Nelson, in the 2022 DC big movie Black Adam, playing the strong wizard next to Dwayne Johnson. Brosnan gave the character weight, wisdom, and deep feeling, fast becoming one of the movie's best parts. Building on this new attention, He then worked with comedian Adam Devine in Netflix's 2023 action comedy The Outlaws, directed by Tyler Spindle. The movie let Brosnan use his funny timing while still bringing the charm and class that have marked his long career. Also in 2023, Brosnan took on a grand historical role as King Louis XIV in The King's Daughter, a fun family adventure based on Vonda and McIntyre's popular 1997 book The Moon and the Sun. His playing of the famous French king added royal feel and deep feeling to the magical story, again showing he could easily move between different types. That same year, Brosnan went darker, starring in the tough hitman thriller Fast Charlie, directed by well-known director Philip Noyce. In this intense, character-focused story, he gave one of his best dramatic performances of the years, winning fans over with a mix of tired strength and quiet weakness. Brosnan kept fans interested with new work, and in 2025, he played Ron in the long-awaited movie version of the best-selling mystery book The Thursday Murder Club. His part in it added excitement for book fans and movie watchers, proving he is still as popular, interesting, and wanted as ever. Pierce Brosnan's personal life has been deeply shaped by the two women he married, each leaving a big and lasting mark on him as a man, father, and actor. His first marriage was to the bright and skilled Australian actress Cassandra Harris, whom he married in 1980. Cassandra was not only a talented actor with a growing career, but also a woman full of amazing grace, warmth, and charm. When Brosnan met her, he was a young actor still looking for steady ground in his work and personal life. And Cassandra became the steady support that helped him feel secure. She was already a mom to two kids, Charlotte and Christopher, from before, and Brosnan loved them fully, finally adopting both and raising them as his own. Cassandra had a big effect on Brosnan's acting career too. She knew the movie world in ways that helped him get into bigger groups, and it was through her that he first got connected to the James Bond world long before he played the famous role. Their marriage was full of deep love, shared respect, and a strong feeling connection. Brosnan often talked about Cassandra as the love of his life, someone whose smart mind, artistic soul, and funny side made every day bright and full. Their joy, though, was sadly covered by tragedy when Cassandra got ovarian cancer, a terrible sickness that slowly took her strength over many hard years. Brosnan stayed by her side through it all, giving care, hope, and never-ending support as he watched the woman he loved go through awful pain. When she died in 1991, the loss broke him deeply. Her death left a hole that couldn't be filled and made one of the hardest times in his life. He would later talk about how Cassandra's bravery and grace while facing death changed him forever, shaping his ideas of duty, strength, and kindness. Even many years after she was gone, he still honors her memory, calling her the person who deeply changed his life and heart. 10 years after Cassandra's death, Pierce Brosnan found love again in a way he didn't expect when he met the American journalist, writer, and nature activist Kylie Shea Smith. The two clicked right away, finding in each other a shared love for nature, family, and living with meaning. Kylie brought a fresh feeling of hope and steady calm into Brosnan's life, giving him warm feelings and support while he was still healing from old pain. Over time, their relationship grew into a deeply loving and lasting one. They married in 2001 in a lovely ceremony in Ireland, a place that means a lot to Brosnan, standing for his roots and his hope for a fresh start. Together, Pierce and Kylie made a life focused on family, creativity, and helping causes. They had two sons, Dylan and Paris, whom they raised with lots of love and a strong sense of world and nature issues, values both parents care about deeply. Kylie's being there brought lightness and steady happiness to Brosnan's world, helping him enjoy life fully again. Their marriage is often looked up to for its tenderness, realness, and shared respect. Brosnan often talks nicely about Keely in public, thanking her for her kindness, strength, and constant support. Even after many years together, he talks about her with big love, often calling her his true partner, best friend, and the woman who brought back his faith in joy after huge loss. At 72, Pierce Brosnan finally felt ready to talk openly about the happiness, heartbreak, and deep respect he felt for his friend and old co-star Robin Williams. Their amazing work together on Mrs. Doubtfire in 1993 had not only made a spot in movie history, but also left Brosnan with memories that kept affecting him years later. As he thought back on those times, Brosnan shared the feeling truth about their friendship, giving rare looks into a man the world loved but never fully knew. Robin was like pure lightning, he said. You didn't just watch him, you felt him. He filled the room with a kind of magic that no one else could copy. Brosnan remembered how Williams, even in hard scenes, could switch from super sharp, funny, made-up lines to real deep kindness. You'd be standing 3 feet away watching him change, Brosnan explained. It was like seeing a miracle. He never acted for you. He shared something with you, something straight from his heart. Though the movie was a comedy, Brosnan remembered that Williams brought a weakness to the role that made the story touch people for years. He knew pain, he said quietly, and he used that knowledge to make people laugh because laughter was his way of helping heal the world. Brosnan also talked honestly about how Williams treated everyone on set, from the workers to visiting families to the youngest kid actors. He had no big ego, Brosnan said strongly. Oh, nuns. He could be the biggest star in the world and still stop to tie a kid's shoe or sit and talk with a light worker. Having a bad day. Robin made you feel noticed. He made you feel important. That humble side, Brosnan stressed, was the real sign of Williams' greatness. But behind the amazing talent and warmth, Brosnan now saw there was a quiet pain Robin carried. Though Brosnan was careful not to say he knew Williams' private fights, he admitted feeling a depth in him that seemed too big for this world. He remembered times during filming when Williams would go quiet after making everyone laugh hard. There was a soft side in those quiet times, Brosnan said, a kind of sadness but also a deep kindness. Robin gave so much of himself. Sometimes I think he gave more than he had. When the news of Williams's death came in 2014, Brosnan said he felt a shock that hit him hard. I sat there unable to move, he remembered. It felt like the lights went out in part of the world. You don't expect someone who brings that much joy to be hurting so much inside. He thought about the huge sadness from people around the world that followed. A big show of love that to him proved Williams's lasting mark. Robin didn't just make us laugh, he said. He made us feel alive. He made us feel connected. Now, many years after their time on Mrs. Doubtfire, Brosnan talks about Williams with both thanks and missing him. He treasures the memories of wild filming days, of made-up lines that made everyone lose character, of Robin showing up in full Mrs. Doubtfire outfit just to make someone's day better. He taught me how to be generous, Brosnan said. He taught me that kindness is the best kind of art. As he thinks back at 72, Brosnan hopes people will remember Williams not just for his genius but for his heart. The truth is, he said, Robin Williams was one of the best men I ever knew, and the world was way better, so much better because he was here.